These are the directions for Workplace 3E Division Showdown. In order to play this game, both players need to have one starter sheet, which is in your workplace book. You have a regular version, or you also in your workplace book have the challenge version. You need to decide which one you want to play with. I would make sure you first play with the regular version before trying the challenge version. You also have the continuation sheet A and continuation sheet B. These are all right in a row in your workplace books. You need one spinner, and then you also need a red and a blue colored pencil or marker or crayon. Okay? So to begin playing, you decide who's going to go first. The red player goes first, the blue player follows. I put myself down as the red player, and the blue player, you guys will follow me. So the first player, player one, spins both of the spinners and records a division problem with both numbers and then marks them on the grid shown. So I have 436 divided by 12. So my division problem is 436 divided by 12. So first I need to figure out what number I'm dividing by. Which number is my divisor? 12. So I am going to mark 12 on the grid like this. Would everybody agree that I marked 12?
Yeah.
Okay, because we know that the 10 is outlined by the mat, right? Next, player one loops and labels 10 times the divisor. 10 times the divisor. So my divisor is 12. What would 10 times that number be? Mason? 120. So 10 times the divisor is 120. Remember, and I'm using red so you can tell mine apart from my partner's, right? You also can use the box over here to figure out some of your work, okay? Once I've labeled my 10 times, I have to find out how much of my how much of my original amount that I have gotten rid of so far. So my original amount was 436, and I just got rid of 120. I know 6 minus 0 is 6, 3 minus 2 is 1, 4 minus 1 is 3. There is 316 left, right? Now it is going to be your turn. You're going to do the same thing. You are going to loop and label 10 times the divisor. So you're going to label how much is this worth? 120, right? Because 10 times the divisor is 120. So 316 minus another 120, 6, 2, 11, 196 is what we have left. Good so far? All right. Now we keep taking turns back and forth, labeling 10 times the divisor and recording them, recording our answers in the figuring box. until there isn't enough left of the dividend to subtract 10 times that again. So we're going to go one more time. Another 120, which leaves me with 76. Now, can you guys subtract on your turn? Can you subtract 120? No, we can't do another round of 120, right? So when there isn't enough to subtract 10 times the divisor anymore, the players whose turn it is, that's you, gets to subtract as many groups of the divisor as he or she wants. So groups of 12. So how many groups of 12 would you guys like to subtract? You have 76 left. Use your multiplication. 12 times what gets you really close to 76? 12 times what gets you close? Does that be?
12 times 6.
12 times 6. So would you like to group six groups of 12? Yeah? Giuseppe says 6 groups of 12. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 12. Giuseppe, 6 groups of 12 is how much?
72.
72. Okay. So loop and label the final groups, then subtract the final amount in the figuring box. So 76 minus 72 is how much? 4. Show the remainder with X's on the grid. So that means 1, 2, 3. That's my remainder, right? 4. Write the answer to the division problem. 436 divided by 12 is 10, 20, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 36. Remainder 4. And then multiply the quotient times the divisor and add the remainder to double check the answer. So now I need to use one of my strategies and a sheet of paper. I'm going to quick check it with a calculator. 12 times 36 plus 4, 436. So we did that correctly. The player who makes the last move, who was that? You guys. You're the one that gets the score. Your score is your remainder number. So what's your score?
4.
4, right? It's the remainder because we can't put in a whole nother looped group of 10, right? Or, I'm sorry, looped group of 12. We can't put in a whole looped group, so that's why you have a remainder. So your score for this round is 4. If there is no remainder and it divides evenly, you get 1 point because you're the last one that makes the move. Okay? So now what we do, it's got red and blue. So what's my score? Can you see red and blue down here? Yeah. What's my score? Big fat 0. What's your score? 4. Who's winning so far? Okay. So now we play again. We spin again for a new number divided by a number. And we you skip this challenge version page, but you can use sheet A that has round 2 and 3, and then sheet B that has round 4 and 5. At the end, after I've played 5 rounds, the red player and the blue player add up all of their final scores. so all of the remainder scores, and the person who has the highest score wins the game. Okay? You may also use your base 10 pieces to help you while you're playing this game. It would be a good idea to help you build with your base 10 pieces as you're using them. And don't forget there is a second, there's the regular version that we just played, but there's also the challenge version that has much higher numbers that you could play as well. These are the directions for Workplace 3E Division Showdown.